From my bad place, oh yeah. Tryna be a better me just for you. But it ain't easy, it's hard to get used to. Minding my own business, I'm not worried about what he do. Cause nowadays, all it is let me see through. I always said this is that I'm staying around people. Finding my own path like I'm writing my own sequel. Two-faced people all around, they be equal. 2021, you can never trust nobody. Good and bad thoughts on my mind, they be crowded. Pushing to get past his limits, then he see he bought it. Family work hard, but I never guess I'm found it. Came a long way in my dream, now I be drowning. Stay dying, I hear got some hearts pounded. Multi-talented, my passion, I haven't found it. Yeah, in my home, I was never ever doubted. I'm here from my bad place, oh yeah. Tryna be a better me just for you. But it ain't easy, it's hard to get used to. Minding my own business, I'm not worried about what he do. Cause nowadays, all the niggas let me see through. I always said this is that I'm staying wrong. Coming from a bad place, oh yeah. Tryna be a better me just for you. From a bad place, oh yeah. Tryna be a better me. Successful life, all the memories come flooding back, hit different. I've changed a lot, friends list got thinner. Ain't tripping about enemies, true and stay hidden. He was lurking, so we made sure he went missing. Told the fakers to leave, but they wouldn't listen, they faulty. Now they gotta watch me glisten, they ain't silent. Like some snakes, they stay hissing. Spreading words and rumors, they gon' keep dissing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to be back again with you guys for another stream. I really do appreciate each and every one that supported boy GFC Garvin as usual. It's been a while since I've been giving you guys stream back to back. So I really appreciate it, for each and every one that always here, in the comment section or who watching, and doesn't matter where you're watching from, you always come back and watch the video and like it. So I really appreciate it. But today we're gonna have a little bit of conversation, not a very long stream. It will be a very short stream, guys, but it's a conversation that needs to have. It's with Manchester United and Cole Palmer, the one and only Cole Palmer. I'm just want to say, guys, what do you think about Cole Palmer? Or do Manchester United is in the gutter? Last season, we all know that Chelsea was one of the team that was really there, in the mud, in the gutter, and this season, big up, Mass, big up. I really appreciate it, bro. I really appreciate it. But yeah, Manchester United. Last season, Chelsea was in the gutter. And let us start with Chelsea, because Chelsea was in the gutter last season. All the pundits everywhere, everyone was already, down for Chelsea to fail. But now Chelsea been turning the very very slightly turning the toss, and now we got all the pundits, been saying that Chelsea can be title contenders. I will say slow down, slow your roll. It's too early to call that, but it's a good thing to not hear the noise around Chelsea in this point in time. But there's one big team that's in the news a lot, especially after the game on yesterday, and that's Manchester United. Right now, to how it seems, Ten Hag right now is under pressure. He's looking really, 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 really under pressure. So I want to say, what do you guys think? Do you think Manchester United should sack Ten Hag at this point in time, or do you think that they should at least give him until December? But in my humble opinion, this is my opinion, I would love for them to keep him around until after the Chelsea game, and then they sack him. So that's just my take on it, because if you bring in a new manager, the new manager bunks will be very very dangerous for every team that's going to face Manchester United at that point. But as a rival, I would rather Manchester United, do not sack him, keep him around for a little bit more longer, until after they play Chelsea. Chelsea is my team. But this is not about Chelsea, it's more likely about Manchester United. But I'm just saying, as a rival, I would rather that to be quite honest, to happen. I would rather he he stick around, until after that point. But the big bad Manchester United guys seems like they're in turmoil right now. The last couple of months, they said Chelsea got civil war going on, and right now civil war is going on right over in Manchester United. The Manchester United fans was quickly to release all of these. The pundits, that's their Manchester United supporters. They were quick to show Chelsea out there have civil war going on, and it seems like they didn't know that it will backfire. Now civil war is going on between the fans, the Manchester United fans. Some is some is Eric Ten Hag in, some is anything thing on house, some with the board is out, some with the board is in. So what is going on with the one of the biggest club in world football? What is going on with one of the biggest club in English football? Doesn't matter how we want to put it. Manchester City's dominated for the last couple of years, but remember, Manchester United is the dominant force of the Premier League. They're the one that dominated the Premier League for many, many, many years under Sir Alex Ferguson. But now it seems like since Ferguson have left, this club has been coming like a pass. The theater of dream seems like now it's a nightmare of dream, in my humble opinion. It's just one thing after another. The leaking roof, the toilet. They said it's all over on the floor. I don't want to say that word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The taking care of the stadium is not up to standard. Manchester United is probably down in 13th place or 12th place, similar where Chelsea was at last season. So they start off the season really, really, really poor. Bruno Fernandes, red card in that game against Tottenham. They couldn't beat Tottenham eyeline, even though Tottenham was dominating the game from the first half anyway. Tottenham was showing like their own, the theater of dream, Old Trafford. So that's how Tottenham started off the game even before the red card. So that to show you that Manchester United is in problem, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest club in England, or the biggest club in one of the biggest club in world football. Because in my humble opinion, you got your Real Madrid, and then you probably got your Manchester United and Barcelona right there in between, in second place. But right now, for me, it's sad to say, because as a football fan, you don't want to see any team or fans being fighting amongst each other, But I know that for a fact that the Manchester United fan base, they call this on themselves, because even with the Glazers, since the Glazers take over Manchester United, it's just all about who's making the decision in the board level. Now they got people in the board level. That's definitely big up, bro. I watch you on Matisse, bro. You're killing it, bro. Big up my Jamaican bro. I watch your show every day, bro. Even when I can comment on it, bro. I really appreciate it, bro. Yeah, but yeah, Manchester. If you want to come on, bro, I can drop the link in the. If you want to come on and have a say, bro, I would really appreciate it. But if not, it's fine too, bro. But I really appreciate it, bro. But Manchester United, man, one of the biggest team in the world. What's really going on there. For me as a rival, it's nice to see. As a fan, because I'm a Chelsea fan since about, I think it was 1996. When Jamaica, the little tiny island Jamaica, when Jamaica was there, trying to qualify for the 1998 World Cup, and we started getting all those British those players that's from British, that the British didn't want in their squad. So this player used to play for Chelsea, Frank Sinclair. He ended up coming and play for Jamaica while he was playing for Chelsea. So that's how I really, find out a lot about Chelsea, because I started to do my research, and that's when I really I really started dig deeper into the Chelsea thing, and that's how I started follow the Premier League. Even though Manchester United was dominate in those times, I still try to stick with my Chelsea. But for me, Manchester United, I sit and watch them for years, dominated the Premier League. I watched my Chelsea been falling short, through good times or through the bad times, when we start getting like the likes of Zola and all of that. But Manchester United for me, guys, it's just a big disgrace to see how the big mighty Manchester United have fallen, since then because of the stadium. I watch the games, and when the rain is falling, like that's directly what the camera been picking up. You definitely can see the water. The water is that's pouring in like in the stands and all of that. So for me, it's not a good look. For one of the biggest team in the Premier League, it's not really a good look, and that's just honest. It's sad. It's sad to see as a Premier League fan. Someone that love watch the Premier League, someone that adore the Premier League because the biggest team in the Premier League, it's Manchester United, whether we like it or not. But overall, as a rival, it's kind of sweet to finally see that the sufferation that Chelsea fan been going through, and Arsenal go through the same thing too for many many years, with the Manchester United fan. So as we say in Jamaica, man, what goes around comes around. As they say, karma. What goes around comes around. So now it's back around in Manchester United face. So they're reaping right now what they sow, because they sow it, and now they're reaping it. They banter all the clubs in the Premier League for many many years. And now it's their time to get a little bit of banter. You know, it's just for me, just the viewers that have been watching it to see the downfall of the Old Trafford. The disgrace. You can see it on the TV where water is pouring through, and the fans been complaining about the toilet and all of that. So that's just my only disappointment of it, because the Premier League is the best league in the world, as I said earlier. And you don't want to see that on national TV. Where the downfall of one of the greatest team in the Premier League. But overall, the losing that they're losing, and the result that they're gaining, it's a joy for me to sit here and watch. To watch and see what the Manchester United fans are going through. Because the other day when they said Chelsea was going through a civil war, a lot of Manchester United, they were taking it and run with it, and throw it in our face. And when Arsenal was struggling for 20 years, they throw it in their face too, and all of that. Even though Arsenal is one of my biggest rival, I always want to see Arsenal lose. But it's right now the joke. The joke is right now if you buy a card pack and you put up the Joker, that's Manchester United right now. The joke is on them. The joke is really on Manchester United right now. And that that's something that we really like to see. And not only that either, last season, as I see you see, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to, guys, can do me a favor, go over there and subscribe to the Final Whistle broadcast. Very nice broadcast. You can sit and watch. We got some very high profile YouTubers on there. That's some of the people that really, start this YouTube thing. If you guys can go over there and subscribe, and turn the bell notification on, because he's been doing some good interview over there with some of the OGs of YouTube. So guys, if you can go over there for me and subscribe, I really appreciate it. Fellow Jamaican too. So go over there and subscribe. Yep, it's turning around. It's time for Manchester United, to fall on their own swords. The civil war that's going on right now. It's what's funny? For the last 2 weeks, there's no noise coming out of Chelsea. And this is something that I like. And I think Enzo is doing a wonderful job. I think Enzo Maresca, I think he sit those owners down and tell them the noise around the team would not work for the team, to be quite honest, because I saw them in West Ham game. The owners were sitting side by side, and from then on, like all the noise of the civil war and all what's going on in Chelsea goes silent. And that's what you need, especially when you're building a young team. You definitely need this kind of environment around this young team. You don't want too much noise. And right now, I think it's a good thing that the noise kind of slow down around the Chelsea team. And I'm glad that the noise, everything, you see, that's what I'm saying. Karma is a thing, because it turned right back around. Because guess what? Chelsea's moving in silence now, and Manchester United start the noise. So everyone right now is moving away from Chelsea and heading over there to Old Trafford. And that's something that's been very, very good for me, as a Chelsea fan, because of the noise is moving slightly. It's changing. Just like when the water is taking course, the everything is taking course right now over to Old Trafford. So all the noise and all the attention is moving away from Chelsea. It's moving away from Arsenal. Even Man City, 125, it's moving away from it. And even Liverpool is moving in silence. So all the noise this week is moving over to Old Trafford. So all the pressure is now on Manchester United. So Manchester United have to deal with all these fallout right now, because all the unnecessary noise that is in the Premier League is moving over there to Old Trafford, and that's where all the medias are taking their attention. And I saw something that they said, if Tinag doesn't get a result against Porto and Aston Villa, I guess he's out, and they're trying to get Simeone, I think, no, Inzaghi, sorry, Inzaghi. I know that Inzaghi got a brother named Simeone, or Inzaghi Simeone, something like that too. It was two brother of them. For those who don't know, in Inzaghi that you see at Inter Milan, the coach, is the two brother of them. Both of them used to play. One used to play for Lazio, if I'm correct. And I think I think he started his career at Inter Milan too. And then he moved on to Juventus, where he do wonders. But if I'm correct, but that's how I think that the two Inzaghi brothers, career started off. I think both was a striker, but one was better than one, but they both have a good career. If Manchester United really is trying to get Inzaghi, for me, let them go get Inzaghi. Inzaghi, is a very good coach, but the he play kind of more defensive type of football. So if they do get in Inzaghi, I think that this team that they got wouldn't fit Inzaghi anyway. Inzaghi is more of similar to Simeone. Yeah, yeah. Someone put it down here. Simeone Inzaghi. Yes, yes. It was two brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Mouse. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Because I know it's two brother, but I just couldn't remember because it was so long. I remember the both brothers was back in the days when I used to watch the Italian Serie A, when it was one of the best league in the world. Old Trafford is falling down. Yep, yep. Old Trafford is falling down, bro. It's really falling down. Yeah, yeah, he could get That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier. I would rather he stay there until they play Chelsea. To be quite honest, or something like that, because he can do get a reaction out of the squad. But I don't think that this player is gonna able to go long term with his style of football. I don't think Bruno Fernandez will fit his style, because he's more likely a coach that like his midfielder to work really hard and on off the ball. And his defenders The wing, I don't think they got like a left-sided defender to really match his style. In my humble opinion, probably the striker will fit him, but they would have to get a few more pieces. If they really want to use him as their manager. I don't think that he play a fluid style of football. He can he can do it, but I think that you can compare the Italian league right now with the Premier League, because the Premier League right now is more stronger than the Italian Serie A. Back in the days, the Italian Serie A was, you have to say, was the best league in the world. The Spanish league wasn't that good anyway, because the Spanish league is always about two teams until Atletico Madrid with Simeone started come around, for a little bit. After that, then you kind of get a three-team race for the Spanish league. So the Spanish league, I want to say, was one of the best league in the world. To be honest, because it's always a two-horse race. The Premier League is unpredictable. Barcelona and they only used to lose to each other, to be honest. So I wouldn't compare the Spanish. This is just my take, though. I don't really enjoy the Spanish league. I can sit there and watch the rest of the teams. Unless it's Real Madrid, Barcelona, or Atletico Madrid, playing against each other. That's the only way you can really enjoy a game in the Spanish league. But the Italian league, it was the league to be, because you got the Ronaldo, you got Inzaghi, you got Hernan Crespo, you got Alexander Del Piero, you got Imovic was there, you know, uh, Paolo Maldini. I used to watch Paolo Maldini before we retire. And who else was over there that I can remember of? Cafu, Cafu, one of the best right back in the world in the history of the game, was there. Sadov, I'm trying to remember, most of the players was there back in those days. They then the Iman Zamorano. A lot of people don't know that player from Chile. Used to be one of the best, header of the ball in the game. It was very good league to watch at those times. The Premier League was very kind of in there amongst it. But after Chelsea, and a lot of people don't know this, is Chelsea was one of the first team to start bringing some world class player. Not saying they're the first one, but one of the first team to start to bring a lot of world class player to the Premier League. Because back in those days, Chelsea started to take your Viali, your Zola, your who else? The Desai, Frank de Blok, and Taribo West. No, Taribo West didn't come at Chelsea. No, no, that's a mistake. Your Jokaev, no, Jokaev go to no Platin. Jokaev did go to Bolton Wanderers. Yeah, Bolton Wanderers. My bad, my bad. But Chelsea was one of the teams to start bringing all these top players, and from the Italian Serie A, and then after you got the rest of the teams started bringing your like man Arsenal started bringing your Manuel Petit, your Thierry Henry, your Dennis Bergkamp, and who else they bring in at the time? I think those are some of the fews that I can really remember right now. But yes, guys, now we're gonna touch to where we want to talk about Cole Palmer, because a lot of people been saying Cole Palmer right now, it's the best player in the world. A lot of people are saying he is the best player in the Premier League, and a lot of people been saying that he is probably one of the best, and a lot of people were saying that Cole Palmer will fall off this this time around. Like this season, Cole Palmer will fall away. And I just have to say this, and I only have one thing to say at this point in time. For me, Cole Palmer is a talented player, and Cole Palmer will, go places if he continue down this route. He will. But this is not coming from me to say Cole Palmer is the best player in the world. But I'm just saying that a lot of people, was saying about Cole Palmer, this season would be the season where he wouldn't have so much output, and not only say he wouldn't have so many output, they were saying that he wouldn't continue his goal scoring form, and with the assists as what he's doing right now. He have a slow start, so a lot of people was jumping the gun and was saying yes, they were correct. But right now, Cole Palmer been proving everyone wrong. He been shutting up mouths a lot, especially the last 2 weeks. Cole Palmer right now is showing the world what he capable of doing. And not only that, guys, a lot of people now start to question why Cole Palmer wasn't starting in the Euros. But the Euros already gone. It's too late. I was watching Ian Wright and his son, I think Sean Wright Phillips, when they were talking about the Cole Palmer situation, and they were wondering why Cole Palmer haven't been starting in the Euros, and I think that he was just making his name. In my opinion, I think that he was just coming on the block. The new kid on the block, so they weren't trusting him as much as they should. You know, so I think that's one of the biggest problem. Good evening, Miss Rosie. The lovely Rosie's in the building, guys. Yeah, guys, go over and check out Miss Rosie and Mass YouTube channel. Please and thank you. The Miss Rosie's in the building. So yeah, so Cole Palmer was one of the breakout players of the season. So I think that that's why a lot of people was underestimate what this kid can do. So what they were doing, they were judging these young players too early. I think that a lot of people started to heat their words back and quickly too, because Cole Palmer is proving something that we never seen before in the Premier League. We know that we see Erling Haaland being scoring goals for fun, but you have to look at it. Cole Palmer is doing the same thing too. This guy made the game look so simple, so easy. He can do it all, in my humble opinion. Not saying he is the best player in the world, but I'm just saying that he make the game look so simple, so easy. I'm still holding on to the best player in the world, but I think that Cole Palmer, should, at least get some more respect to his name, even though it's early, but that you can see when you see a talent, you can know there's a talent, and that's what I don't understand with a lot of people. Like, you try to run away from the truth, and the truth is, like, there's talent there. You can see the talent that this young man have. You can see that Cole Palmer is a player that is humble. Is not a player that want to flash this here and there, and full tattoos and fancy cars and all of those stuff. You can see that he's a player that grounded, probably coming from a good parent, good background, well strict. Go about you do your thing and go about your business. Let the football talk for itself. Those type of thing, and that's what Cole Palmer is doing. He's not he's not there, trying to prove or trying to let the crowd look at him. Look at his interview. Look how he's calm, cool, and collective. I wish all the players could do what Cole Palmer do, just humble. I think that's this kid got a lot to achieve in his young career, and I think he got a long way to go. I think that he's gonna get there sooner than later. I saw people being comparing him today with Eden Hazard, which I think that's unfair. One second, guys. But I think that that's an unfair comparison, with Cole Palmer, because Eden Hazard is a player that he didn't play with a Chelsea team that's how should I put it? He never played with a Chelsea team with an attacking manager, a manager that want to play the game, want to play football. He was always Chelsea was always a counteract team. Hit you on the counter and stuff like those. So you know it's hard to compare. Both at this point in time. If Cole Palmer can continue this for a few seasons, yes. But I think that Eden Hazard didn't get the chance to play some fluid football the way how he likes to play. And you can see what Eden Hazard said in his interview with John Obi Mikel. He just loves to play, and that's what Cole Palmer is. So Eden Hazard is the same similar thing like Cole Palmer. You can look at Cole Palmer and said like he is a revamp of Eden Hazard. Not saying it's better than Eden Hazard, but a player that just enjoy what he's doing, enjoy playing the game. Nothing too fancy. Just enjoy what he love. And that what he love is to go out there and play with his friend in the park, and that's how we play on the pitch. The same thing that everyone said about Eden Hazard. If you notice, check out what everyone said about Eden Hazard. He was just a player that loved to go on the pitch and just play. He wasn't a type of player that want to train too much. He's just a player that just want to go out and play, and that's all you can ask for. You only can ask for players to go out there and enjoy themselves, and that's exactly what Eden Hazard been doing. And that's the key for the game, because the game should be about enjoyment. The game should be about you go out there and enjoy yourself. Go out there and play to win, but go out there and play with a free spirit and a free mind. And that's what Cole Palmer been doing right now. He got a free way to do what he like to do. Go out there and be a kid. Be out there, be a kid. And for me, it's joy. It's a joy to watch. To watch the way how he play, the way how he carry himself on the pitch, the way how he carry himself off the pitch, the way he carry himself in the interviews. All of these little details matters. It matters because these days, players tend to, as soon as they score one goal or two goals, they seems like they're on top of the world. And this player been doing it since last season. Since the year start, Cole Palmer have more goal contribution, I think, than any other player in the Premier League. He got 42 goals. When with Erling Haaland there with no, he got 43 goal contribution, both with goal and assist. And Erling Haaland there with about 42 or 41 goals. So Cole Palmer is outshining everyone with goals and assists, combined together. So he is the so I got it right here. So Erling Haaland is 41, Cole Palmer 43, goal involvement. This is and Ollie Watkinson 38. Salah is 36. Saka from Arsenal, 31, and Song from Tottenham 31. So that's that's some key elements right there. So that to show you that this kid, haven't dropped, the catch. And last season, to be quite honest, I saw they gave Foden player of the season, and I think that Cole Palmer or Rodri deserved that award, in my humble opinion. And the reason why I would have give that to Cole Palmer last season is the way Chelsea was struggling. He single-handedly bring Chelsea on his shoulder, his back, his head, his foot, his hands. Name it. It was a one-man show. And for me, I think that deserve more praises and more honor,
because of what he done. Even though Chelsea didn't win the trophy, but to see where Chelsea was from, and all rival can say, can sit here and say whatever they want to say, but the truth and the fact remains. I think that Cole Palmer was under more pressure than any other players, even Foden, that win the Premier League, and win the award. Cole Palmer was single-handedly lifting Chelsea. If you take away Cole Palmer goals, let's be honest right here. If you take away Cole Palmer goals last season from Chelsea, Chelsea finished close to the relegation zone. If you take away all the match winning goals that Cole Palmer scored or assists, Chelsea will be in the relegation zone. And sometimes you have to put those things into context, because the end of the day is, I know that we all can sit here and say that they didn't want anything, but look what he done for the team. That's what you have to take into consideration. We have to take into consideration what the player have done, the quality work that he have done, not by the team around him, by saying that he was a one-man army. Cole Palmer last season was a one-man army. Only time you can smile is when you see Chelsea have the ball and hand into Cole Palmer, and then you see Cole Palmer go to work. So Cole Palmer was a one-man show last season. He was Mr. Chelsea, whether we like it or not. He took Chelsea from relegation and he bring Chelsea to the top six. A lot of people did say Chelsea would finish 9th, 10th, or probably 12th. But Cole Palmer decided no, that ain't gonna happen. And he lifted Chelsea up from the slump and he carried them single-handedly. He started off the season not 100%, but you have to remember he didn't have a preseason. But now Cole Palmer is getting in the work, and you can see the fitness is back. Because I like what he done as a young player when he withdrew from the England squad to get himself recuperate. A lot of players is greedy. That's why they suffer so many injuries, because they want to consent to play to prove to people or to prove that they're one of the best players in the world. But sometimes I don't think that these players need to prove anything at all. I just think that they just need know their body, when to take break and when to continue to go. So I think that's why we see a lot of players getting injury, because of they as Miss Rosa said, Palmer is a class. Oh, whoo. Yeah. As is Saka, I'm a Chelsea fan. I will never take nothing away from that kid. That kid single-handedly used to bring Arsenal on his own, to be quite honest. Before Arsenal get the players that they got right now, Odegaard and all of those players, Saka was the one that was bringing them. When he just started out, I saw him starting at left back, you know left wing back, left wing. So he was a player was bringing Arsenal. A lot of Arsenal fan probably don't remember and rival, but you cannot take away nothing from that young man. When he just come out, and just come into the team, he was single-handedly bringing Arsenal just the same as Cole Palmer is doing. But what I like with what Maresca is doing with Palmer, when he take him out of that European squad, just to give him a rest here and there. A lot of people was upset about it, but I think that one of the biggest problem that happened with Arsenal, Saka did not get the rest that he needed in his early stage of his career. I saw people being making fun of him because he's limping out of games and stuff like those. But the player didn't ask for the manager to overwork him. And this gonna come back around again to one thing and one thing only. Reece James. Reece James was a class act for Chelsea, was single-handedly. When Chelsea win, especially when Chelsea win the Champions League, they overworked that young man, and right now his body's broken down, and now people been saying that he's injury prone. But look at the workload that they hand to him. Next player that was overworked too was N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante was a player that overworked. They overwork N'Golo Kante, and he suffered so many hamstring injury when he was at Chelsea because every manager trying to fix back up Kante so quickly to send him back out there because they want to win trophies. They want to win something. And that wasn't good for the players, but a lot of people doesn't take those things into consideration. So that's why I don't really make mac of players that injury. Doesn't matter if they play for my team or not. Conte was overworked. Reece James was overworked. Saka was overworked because even now, Arsenal still haven't have a solid replacement that can give Saka a break, take him out of the team, give him a rest, give him a break. And my biggest concern is they're gonna continue overworking that young man and break him down early. Look at Wayne Rooney. His career was finished early. Wayne Rooney was a shadow of himself. Raheem Sterling is the next one that always want to play week in, week out. Raheem Sterling's what, just 29, and he's finished. You can see that Raheem Sterling is burnt out. He's not the player like he was when he was just coming to the Liverpool rank with the speed, the direct. Like he's burned out. He plays so many football to right now. If you give him the ball, he don't even know what to do with it. Raheem Sterling, if you give him the ball, pass the ball to Sterling, he run into his opponent and say, "Take the ball," because I don't know what to do right now. I played too much football in my career, so right now I'm ball confused. So that's how they overworked Raheem Sterling for both England and when he went to Man City and a part of Liverpool. So, I'm saying that, these players need break. I know that they're saying that it's too much games, but I don't think the game is a problem. I think the managers are too much obsessed with with um with just one set of players and don't want to overuse their squad. Like use your squad. That's what a squad is there for. If you get good players that you can at least have two squad. Use up the squad. McTominay, yeah, he's doing well at Napoli. Napoli right now under Conte is doing well. I think they're sitting on top of the table. If I'm correct, I think they're sitting on top. Yep. One next thing I want to touch on, this go for every fans. Every single fan. Doesn't matter if you're a Chelsea fan, a Ranger fan, a Arsenal fan, name it. Doesn't matter. I think that fans these days, to too easily, or too emotionally. I think that fans need to support, their team. If I'm gonna go on a platform and I'm gonna have to talk bad about sorry, I talk bad about Chelsea, or to slam Chelsea in the dirt, further in the dirt, I will never want to go on that platform. I will reject it. If you're gonna pay me to go and talk crap about my team, and Roy James, that the big Chelsea, I should say, supporters, one of the ones that go on those platforms, your Sky Sports, your Sports Talk, and always want to give his take on Chelsea, and what he was saying, even though the team is doing well, because you're against the owners. But you have to remember, guys, a owner is a owner, but you have to remember, what do you love? You love your team, you support your team. I'm a Chelsea fan. I love my Chelsea. I do love my Chelsea. I even give my daughter name Chelsea to show you how much I love Chelsea. And my daughter is old, but I'm definitely a Chelsea fan. And no one can pay me enough money to go on there to really bash my team the way how I saw, he go on those big outlets and bash their teams. You can make a judgment. Your team is not playing good; they're playing crap. You know what I mean? Yeah, but to go on those to see the run that the team is on, and still talking crap about the team when you see something different, when you should at least try to unite. You've been making those speech. I don't think that was correct. Someone asked me about it today if I were to do it, so that's why really give this a little bit of thought. But overall, like, a fan is a fan for a reason. And if you're a fan, you're a fan. If you're not a fan, go support something else. But don't go there and act like you're a fan and then being, L burying the team and L throwing dirt on top of the grave. You know, we're coming from the graveyard. At least we're shaking ourselves. We're not out of it yet. But at least we're on top of the surface. So why try to bury us again under the surface when we're trying to come from under the surface? We haven't come out of the yard yet. Give us time, to get there. But that is that. And I have nothing more to say on that. But as Miss Rosa said, yep, Napoli are doing on top. Yeah, they're on top. And yeah, since Conte left Chelsea, and went to Sardi, where he don't got the pressure on him, he's been doing well. Even back in the French national team, doing well in the Euros, get couple man of the match. So that to show you that these managers need to get a bigger squad, to help these players and don't overwork them. You can have a solid 11 like what Enzo been doing for the Premier League, or solid 13, and you got some for the early stage of the UEFA Cup or the Champions League or the Conference League or the League Cup and the FA Cup. You can rotate your squad, to keep everyone fit and sharp, for games. If you have a squad of 25 men, why you don't utilize the squad? And I think that's where a lot of these these managers or coaches is failing, because they refuse to use up their squad. I saw a comment earlier Must put about Gusto and Reese James. Yeah, I like what they did when they get the Gusto for the to replace James. But the damage had already done with Reese James, to be honest. The damage was already be done because he was working on those managers that want him to bomb up and down those wings. And I don't think football should play that way. Not we're not back in the 80s and the 70s, where you kick it and run it down. And so that take a toll on those muscle, and these players, they're humans. Back in the days, players used to make stronger than now. I think these players right now make out of old wheat biscuits. You touch them, they break. I think it's the whatever they're putting in the food that we all eating. So, I don't know if I can say that on here, but I think it got a lot to do with the foods, to be quite honest. You know, Kids don't make strong like they used to. The muscles are weak. Are because kids most likely stay home. Kids don't really be outside anymore. So it can be many different things. It definitely can. Hello Madrid. Yeah, hello Madrid. One of the biggest team in the league, man, in the world. Yeah, I go watch the Madrid and the Chelsea game, and I'm telling you, it was a joy to sit there and watch that game with some of the great players. It was really a joy. Madrid prove why they are one of the best team in the world. That night, like the movements, the organization that they have, both defensively, offensively. The king of the Champions League, as what you said right here. 100% correct. The king of the Champions League. Madrid is one of the best team that's there, and we can't take it away from them. I would love for my team to at least, go on a 2 or 3 Champions League run in a row. I know that every single rival would love to do that. What Madrid do? Madrid take pride in that Champions League, But now the format have changed. So let us see if it's gonna be beneficial, in the way. Let us see who's gonna win these new format, because it's more likely a league, and I think it would be better for Madrid too, because they don't have to use all their best players, to be honest, to play in the early part of it. They just want to save their strength for the last round of it. That's how I look at it. But big up to all the Real Madrid fan. I have nothing against Madrid. I love some Madrid. I think they drew yesterday too. They drew with Atletico Madrid. Your boy Colin Gallagher against starting in the midfield. Started to do wonders over there in Atletico Madrid, not Real Madrid. But you all know that I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you for the subscription. If you want to join the stream one day too, you can let me know. And if you want to come and talk about your Madrid, let me know. But I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend coming up, doing some new stuff for the channel. We're gonna do some schoolboy football, some Jamaican schoolboy football, and also cover some Jamaican National Premier League. The Premier League in Jamaica. We're trying to get someone on the ground over there that can give those results. So we definitely have some new things working on. You know and don't forget, Miss Rosie, we're going to do another bingo night on the channel. So guys, get ready, because we're going to do another bingo night. Not I think it will be the first week, probably the first week in November. Let us put it for the first week in November, where we're going to do the bingo night. So all you guys have to do is tune in and pick your numbers, and then we go from there. Just like it was fun. If you don't remember, you know, I think I'm gonna make a short clip out of the video and post it up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it was something, it was something great that night. Where you're in the comment section, you pick your numbers, and we go from there. If your number call in the bingo, you're the winner. So we're gonna see where we can go from there. So that's coming up. That's something that we're working on in the pipeline for probably the first week in November. And then in December for Christmas, there's something again we need to be planning, for that day too. So we're trying to make it entertaining for you guys also, not just come and talk about football, but let us see what we can win, how we can go about it. So, we got a lot of things in the pipeline. Big up Notorious Stash. I thought you were sleeping. Yeah, but guys, that's some of the things that we do here. We try our best to see how we can entertain the crowd, and give back, for all the supporters, because you guys are the one that make this possible. So without you guys, there wouldn't be the channel. So what we're trying to do is do the bingo night like we did the last time, even though we did have some problems. But Notorious Stash tell me that we can get the UK Amazon gift card, which I didn't know. I just thought anyone would work anywhere. So that was my bad. But we already sorted out, the final whistle, guys. If you haven't subscribed over there, please go over there and subscribe, and just leave a comment in the comment section. Tell him that I sent you, but let's go over there and subscribe to the final. Let me put it up there. That's his name on YouTube right there. I don't have the link for his channel, but I think if you type in the name right there on the screen, I think it will take you to his channel. You can go over there and subscribe. No problem, bro. No problem. We grow together, bro. Each one teach one. And as we say in Jamaica, man, that's a thing. Each one teach one. You know, it's always good. It's always good, man, to see like we can come on platform and we all can talk about the game that we love. It doesn't matter from which team you're from or from where you are or from where you're from, or who you are. It's just the thing that bring us together, because I remember, when football is played, man, when I was young, there was no crime, no violence, man. Everyone just want to play football. It doesn't matter if you and that person don't get along or you and that person don't agree. Football is a thing that can bring the world together. You notice when World Cup is playing, everyone tuned in all over the world to watch the beautiful game. So this is what football done for the world in general, not just not just personal, but in general. You know what I mean? So it's the game that we love, and we all, glad when the Premier. I can tell you this: when the Premier League is on break, or La Liga is on break, Italian Serie A is on break. All the leagues are on break. I know all of you guys are boring. I know all of you guys can wait for the league to start again, because I know that I'm tormented. Believe it or not, I'm really tormented when there's nothing to watch, no football to watch, especially no Euros is going on. You have to be waiting for preseason. It's just like what I'm gonna do with my weekend. Little stuff like those. So I know that it can be some tough times. When especially when we don't have the game to watch. I know that Miss Rosie can't wait to see what Rangers is gonna do this season. Even though they start off a little bit of shaky, but it is something, man. It's something that we definitely love. So we have to continue the journey. And continue. Big up Rich Money Maker. you know, Rich Money Maker. I would like you to go over, bro, and subscribe to the final Whistle broadcast. And put it back up there for your Rich Money Maker. You will love that. You will love it. And I know you got your links in the board, because you've been calling some stuff, man, for Chelsea. That's definitely always spot on. So you can go over there and give him some of the support and give him some of what your contacts been giving you. And I hope you get better, bro, because I know that you said you were kind of under the weather for a little bit. So I hope that everything is okay on your side. I hope you're getting back well. I want to say thank you to Miss Rosie as usual, one of my biggest fan. You know, for the community, Rich Moneymaker, Moss. I know that you guys always here supporting. I know you guys miss me, and I miss you guys too, because it's been a while. You know, so I really okay. This one right here now, it's one that's gonna hit me right now. I'm gonna ask the comment first. Everyone in the comment, Ronaldo or Messi. So I'm taking a second to see what everyone is gonna say, Ronaldo or Messi. Messi going once. Yeah, sorry, Messi too. I mute myself. Messi too. Messi going strong. Messi's going once. Messi's going twice. Rich money maker. Are you gonna say Cristiano Ronaldo? Bro, you asked the question. You have to state your claim too, bro. You cannot just put the question. You have to say Messi or Ronaldo. You put the question, and now everyone is going. So we got like two. Rich money maker Messi. So Messi, oh wow. So Messi what, three? Cristiano Ronaldo one. I'm gonna give my take, and then I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm not in favor of that. The next one that I don't give, I'm gonna say Cristiano Ronaldo, and I'm gonna give my take on it. The reason why I say Cristiano Ronaldo, I think that it's not saying that I don't like Messi, but you know, 2010, 2010 World Cup, Lionel Messi did not win anything. He did not win the Champions League. The only thing he won was La Liga. Wesley Sneijder from the Netherlands. Wesley Sneijder from the Netherlands. What he done, he won the Italian Serie A. He won the Italian Cup with Jose Mourinho as their manager, and also win the Champions League for Inter Milan 2010. Not only that, he went on to have an excellent World Cup where he was one of them that take the Netherlands to the World Cup final. The World Cup final. So if you remember what I just said, Wesley Sneijder won everything that there to be won and also take his nation, his national team to the World Cup final, one of the biggest show on earth, the biggest football event that you can ever think of. Wesley Sneijder have an outstanding World Cup. If it wasn't for Spain, Iniesta without one goal, Wesley Sneijder probably be the world champion that year too. And I said again, Lionel Messi owned the win La Liga that season. They didn't want the La Liga Cup, the Copa del Rey. They didn't want it. And Lionel Messi got the World Player of the Year. So from then on, I look at it and said that the media is more for Lionel Messi. It's more biased towards him than to do the right thing. So that's when I really look at it and said that I cannot, I know that it wasn't his fault. I know that he did not, nominate himself, but the way how the media is biased towards him or unbiased, anywhere you want to put it, right? I look at it from that day on and I said, no, I can never ever, cheer for this guy because of that reason. I like him. He is one of the greats, but I just think that they're too biased towards him. Even in the last World Cup that they won, Lionel Messi did not have an outstanding World Cup, but he ended up with the best player in the world. He started off the tournament really shaky. And Mbappe was having a better World Cup than him. They were you kind of put Erling Haaland in the conversation too. So little stuff like those. I don't think that a player, because he is Lionel Messi, he deserves to win the Ballon d'Or. I think that you have to earn it. The player who outshine everyone that season, I think that's the person that deserves to win it. I don't think no one should win it on merit because of the name. So that's why I would say, Cristiano Ronaldo, because he worked for everything. Every Ballon d'Or that he won, he worked for it. You know, everything that he done, he worked for it. So I would say, he is a work arse. He's a workman. Now let me take sorry for that language, but I would say he is a player that works for everything that he got. Nothing I've handed to him. And I saw they hand two Ballon d'Or to Lionel Messi. So that's why I'm saying no to Lionel Messi. I said Cristiano Ronaldo. If that answer your guys' question correctly, or the way you want it to, but I think that's my take on it. Lionel Messi, nothing against him, but I just think that when a man deserves something, a man should get it. And Snyder did not get that award. And Lewandowski, good one, bro, good one. I think that they robbed one from Lewandowski too, as well, to give it to Lionel Messi. So that's what I'm saying. Lewandowski was the best player in the world at that time. He won everything that there was there to be won. So those are my takes and my thoughts on the Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo situation. But I was saying I wasn't going to go over the hour mark, but I would just want to say thank you to each and every one, that tuned in. And I really appreciate it as always. And I want to say I'll catch you guys next time. And guys, look out for more videos coming because we got a lot. As I said, the bingo game is coming back. For who liked the bingo game the last time, the bingo game is coming back. Guys, start off in November and December. We'll probably give away a grand prize, for all the subscribers. Once you tuned in on that time, I will give notification ahead so you guys know the time and the date so you can tune in, to see who can win that Christmas present. But I want to say thank you to each and everyone who support, and please remember my brother from another mother, my Jamaican bro, his name of his channel is right there on the screen. Guys, go over there and subscribe and support. I want to say thank you for everyone again. And guys, have a wonderful morning and night or wherever you are, for that time of the hour. Appreciate it. Thank you.
From my bad place, oh yeah. Tryna be a better me just for you. But it ain't easy, it's hard to get used to. Minding my own business, I'm not worried about what he do. Cause nowadays, all it is to be seafood. I always said this is that I'm staying around people. Finding my own path like I'm writing my own sequel. Two-faced people all around, they be evil. 2021, you can never trust nobody. Good and bad thoughts on my mind, they be crowded. Pushing to get past his limits, then he see he bought it. Family work hard, but I never guess I'm found it. Came a long way in my dream, now I be drowning. Stay dying, I hear got some hearts pounded. Multi-talented, my passion, I haven't found it. Yeah, in my home, I was never ever doubted. I'm here from my bad place, oh yeah. Tryna be a better me just for you. But it ain't easy, it's hard to get used to. Minding my own business, I'm not worried